Hello there, soulmates. Welcome back again to this YouTube channel. On today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how you can make this bustier blouse with queen and neckline, and also with the details you can see on the sleeve. If you think this video is for you, stay tuned. If you're a subscriber already, thank you for always tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, kindly please subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and also turn your notification bell on. So here is the pattern. This is already draft. I've drafted the patterns for the block of the front bodice. So this is your basic bodice from the shoulder line downwards to where the blouse will be ending. So I'm just using this as a guide. This is the main fabric I'll be using for this tutorial. As you can see, I've outlined all lines together. So from the shoulder line downwards, the armhole, I went down by 1 inch. You can see on that area there after drafting out the armhole curve. So this is just the basic details you'll need for your pattern drafting. So if you don't already know how to draft out a body block, you can check my previous video on how to do that. So now I'll just be outlining my bust point, which is the bust palm, your nipple to nipple measurement, and then you outline it. On the down part, you go up by 2 inches, and then you also outline that. So you connect it now from the chest line upwards towards the down part of your block. So as you can see what I just did now. So for that intake now, I'm going to be outlining it. I'll go in on the waistline by 1/2 inch. So you do that before you connect it using your pattern master to the bust line. You can see the way I'm doing that. So I'll do that now, and then before starting up with the main measurement. After doing that, you also connect it from the down part, which is from the under your length, the length of the blouse, to the actual waistline. So on this point, which is going to be your underbust, you go out from the lines by 1 inches. You can see the way I'm doing that. When you're done doing it, you go down, you rule a straight line like so, connecting it directly to the waistline. You can see the way I'm doing that. So you go out by 1 inches on that particular underbust, and then you connect it like so, and you're good to go. So now we're going to be working on this area. You just connect it upwards from your underbust to the bust line like so, and you can as well use your free hand to do this. So I'll just use my pattern master now to connect that. You can see the way I am doing it. This is as easy as you can see. So you can see how it is already bringing out that curvy shape. So what the next thing you do, you make sure from this angle here, from the underbust, whatever you get there, you come up. This is 2.5 inches in total after measuring it. And what I will do now is dividing this into 3. And whatever you get, you put the smaller one. This is into 3 now, so I'll place one towards the center part, and the remaining will be going towards the side part. So before doing that now, I'll divide this shoulder line. This is the shoulder to shoulder measurement. I'll divide it into 2, and then I'll connect it on a straight line like so towards the chest line, and then before doing all of that on this particular line. So you can see the way I just did that again. So you do it, you go down, you can go down from the chest line by 1 inches before doing that, and then you outline 1 inches towards that area there. So 1 inches is for me. If you want your boobs to show more, you leave it at that chest line. But if you don't want your boobs to show, you can still go up by 2 inches. But I just went up by 1 inches from the chest line. So now I'll just be outlining it. You can see the way I did that. So I've outlined it. So for you to get accurate, sewing when you're joining your patterns together, this is a must for you to do. So I'll just be outlining the side dart and also the center dart, to making sure they are accurate, the same measurements that I got. So if you did not get the actual measurements, you have to add whatever, or you reduce. So you reduce it if you don't get the actual measurement for both sides. So now from the actual 3 inches neckline, I will be adding 1 inches to that to form a queen hand neckline. You can see I want it to be wide. If you do not want yours to be wide, you can leave it at that 3 inches. So I'll be connecting it now to this bust, which is the side bustier. So we'll be cutting this like this. If you want to cut it this way, you can leave it like that, but I will be using another fabric for the down part. So now I'll just be connecting the sweetheart neckline. You can see the way I'm curving it. So it's not really a very deep neckline. So if you want it to be very deep sweetheart neckline, you can go down from the chest line by 1 inch, so it is looking more curvy on your bust area. So now I'll just be shaping these lines, connecting it downwards to meet up with the armhole curve, which is the under armhole. So you can see the way I did that. Now the next thing is taking my round bust measurement and all round measurements. So don't forget to add your that intake, which is a 2.5 inches on the upper side, and also on the waistline on the bust you had your extra 2.5 inches as well, after adding up with your sewing allowance. So the sewing allowance shouldn't be more than 1.5 inches, and also on the waistline, likewise on your hip, upper hip line, which is the end of the blouse we are making. So that's all about the drafting of this. I'll connect all lines together now. After connecting it, I will then cut it out. Blue patterns out, it should be looking like this. So now I'll just be cutting out this because I don't really need the down part. I'll be cutting it on another fabric later on and draining it back. So make sure you're adding allowance if you're doing something like this later on. So you'll be adding half of an inch around this. Like I said earlier, this is just a pattern of the actual dress I am making, so I'm going to be shaping the down part later on as well. So just pay attention. And also, if you want to leave it like this as a tube bustier, you can as well leave it. It's best this way without the sleeve too. So now back, this is the back of the blouse. So as you can see, it's just a simple after drafting your basic bodies, you don't really need much to do here. There's nothing much to do here. You just need to outline the actual size, which is the Queen Anne. That is, if you want to still be using the neckline, you just have to make sure the necklines are accurately placed before cutting out the back of your blouse. So now what I will just do, I'll be placing it on it, and then I'll be outlining it also before cutting it out. Make sure before outlining it, you can see the way I did it, you already sketch out your zipper allowance before anything. So I'm just going to be connecting it just the way I did for the back from the neckline. So I'll go down here now by 1.5 to 1.5 inches is okay. 1.5, you can use 2 inches. So I'm just going to be using 1.5 inches for the neckline of the back. So this is the back neck depth. Now you can see the way I'm doing that. I'll connect it to that actual 4 inches, which was for the front. So now after doing this, the next thing I will do is taking all round measurements. So I'll take that, I'll add extra inches, which is 1.5 inches to all lines. So likewise to the waistline, I'll do that also, adding the dart allowance. So you see the dart intake, I will be adding that as well to this measurement. Afterwards, I'll go with the 1.5 inches for the sewing allowance. So that's just basically how to draft your bodies from the from what you're seeing on this video now. So the down part is just your upper hip line measurement, and then you had your extra 1.5 inches for sewing allowance. Now note that I am cutting directly on the lines, meaning that I already added 1 inches to the length of this blouse I am making right now. So if your length is 22 inches, you'll be adding extra 1 inches for sewing allowance, so you don't make that mistake, so your blouse is not shorter by the time you're done sewing. So now I'll just be shaping everything now, including the center part of this blouse. This is the back pattern. I'll be giving this a bit of shape later on. I'll just take this away now and then I'll show you all how it will be later on. I'm still considering if I will be doing that. So I'll put this away now, bring the sleeve, which is the down part of the sleeve. This is it, as you can see. So you fold your fabric, unfold into 8. Now you may be wondering what you're about to cut. This is flounce. You can as well call it a flay. So how you get it from your wrist downward, depending on the length you want. So this is what I'm going to be measuring now. The length you just subtract your wrist measurement from it at first. So you measure your wrist. If you get 8, mine is 8 inches, so I'll be adding extra 1 inches for ease allowance. So depending, you can decide to leave it at that 9 inches and then you add sewing allowance to it, but I will be adding extra to this. So whatever you get on that 8 inches, which is 9 inches or 8 inches thereabout, you divide it into 4. If it is 2 inches, you can go down by 2 inches, but I want pleats. I want to pleat mine. I want mine to be pleated or ruffles, so that's why I'm adding extra 2 inches. So I'll go on the other side by 4 inches on each side. So from there now you go to the length of the flay. This is the length. Now I'll be outlining it. Whatever you get, it may be 5, 6 or thereabout 10 inches, depending on how wide and long you want your flay to be. Anyways, I'm still going to be cutting this after getting the round shape I need. So I just want to make a design of this particular, flounce I am making. So the first thing you need to do is cutting the down part out. As you can see, the way I'm doing that, I'll take and I'll cut it out. This is into it, don't forget. It is also unfold on each side. The only place that is open is the down part, which I am cutting right now, so your sleeve is not splitted. Do you get now? So now I'll just cut everything out so you can see how beautiful this is. So this automatically now is the 2 part of the sleeve I am making. So you can see it will be pleated to meet up with the actual measurement, which is 9 inches. So this, you can leave it this way if you want yours to be a bit of flounce and really looking long from the wrist downwards. So I have almost 15 inches on each side, which is going to be automatically 30 inches. You know how much of flounce, of pleat I'll be able to achieve with that one. So the thing is, when you're measuring your wrist or taking your measurements, it should be upper from your wrist hand by 2 inches, so your flounce, your flay will be looking elegant. Do you get? I'll take this out now and then I'll show you how far I've gone with this body. As you can see, so what I did is going up from the down part by 3 inches, and then I connected it to the before the darts area on the back area. You can see how it is here. So how you do it, you fold your zipper inside before outlining whatever you want to take out. So now this is the inside. I already put a hairstay on this. You can see the way it is looking. So just make sure you do that before sewing, so you have a beautiful bodice. At the end of the day, you have a beautiful sewing. So now here is the front also. Remember I said I will be adding a bit of shape, and again I won't be using the actual fabric for the down part of the front body. So I'll just be giving this a beautiful design on the down part of each of this body. So as you can see, I already give the sides pattern this design. So I'll do likewise to the center part as well. So this is the upper side. You can see the way the upper side is. From the chest line, I went in by from the chest line to the underbust, and then from this side you just need to cut out your wording in 5 inches from the actual nipple to nipple on the side. So that's just all about this side. So the details is a must, so you get your bustier done in a beautiful way. So now I'll just be shaping this center part, as I said I'll be doing previously. Now here is it, just like a cone on each sides of the line. You can just outline it, you can give it a round design, whatever shape you wish to do it. And remember, I'm still going to be stitching this down with 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 of an inch later on, so you know whatever you're shaping, you have to leave 1/2 of an inch for your sewing allowance. So I hope this video is helpful to you as a beginner, and hope you'll be trying this. If you'll be trying this, kindly leave it in the comment section. If you also have any question regarding this tutorial or any of my previous videos, do well to put it in the comment section. And also, if you want me to put up a new design or outfit tutorial up here, just let me know and I'll do well to respond to you. Also, like this video, comment under it where you're watching this video from. You can see how beautiful the design is already looking. So now just go and join it, and then before joining it, note that this particular pattern is what I'll be using. The main fabric is what I'll be using for the upper side of it. So make sure you had 1/2 of an inch on the joining part of this tutorial. So guys, I hope you enjoy it. If you haven't subscribed, guys, kindly please subscribe, turn your notification bell on. Also, do not forget to like, comment and subscribe to this channel. Until I see you again in the next one, guys. Bye.